rain tapped softly against the wide glass windows of the penthouse, a rhythm that matched the ache in Ethan Cole's chest. The city below gleamed with life, cars, lights, laughter, but inside his world it was silent. It had been 3 years since his wife Emily had passed. 3 years of board meetings, hollow awards, and expensive emptiness. Ethan had everything a man could want: wealth, success, influence, but every night when he came home, the house felt like a museum of memories that no one visited anymore. That evening, restless and sleepless, he found himself walking into Emily's old study, the room he couldn't bear to touch. Her books still filled the shelves, the curtains still half open like she'd left them, and her teacup, cracked but precious, sat by the window. He trailed his fingers over the familiar titles. Her favorite, Pride and Prejudice Mikan, slipped out and fell open on the rug. He knelt to pick it up and frowned. Something thick was wedged between the pages. An envelope. The paper was faded, the edges frayed, but the handwriting on the front froze him completely. Emily's. The words read, "To the one who finds this, you'll know why." His heart thudded as he tore it open, his breath catching with every line. "Ethan, if you're reading this, I might already be gone. There's something I never told you and someone I never thanked. Her name is Clara Hayes. Years before I met you, I was broke, sick, and alone. She took care of me, gave me food, even sold her shoes so I could buy medicine. She never asked for anything in return. If you ever find her, tell her she saved me. Tell her I never forgot. And if you can, give her the same kindness she once gave to me." By the time he finished reading, Ethan's vision blurred with tears. He clutched the letter to his chest, whispering her name like a prayer. For years he had lived with guilt. Guilt for not being able to save Emily. Guilt for not saying enough before she died. But now she was giving him a mission, one last gift, a chance to pass on the love she had once received. That night, for the first time in years, Ethan didn't pour a drink or stare into the void. He opened his laptop instead, searching for Clara Hayes. It took weeks. There were dozens of Claras, hundreds of Hayeses, but he finally found her through an old hospital record and a forgotten charity file. She wasn't a doctor anymore. She was running a small daycare on the outskirts of the city, barely keeping it afloat. Ethan's car pulled up outside a weathered building with a hand-painted sign that read, "Little Steps Learning Home." The paint was chipped, but laughter echoed from inside. Through the window, he saw her, Clara. Her hair was pulled into a messy bun and her clothes were worn, but her face radiated the same warmth his wife had described. She was kneeling beside a little girl, helping her color inside the lines, her soft laugh carrying through the open door. When their eyes met, she looked startled. A man in an expensive suit standing outside her tiny daycare. "Can I help you?" she asked cautiously. He held out the envelope. "My name's Ethan Cole. This belonged to my wife." Her breath hitched. "Emily?" She took the letter in trembling hands, and when she saw the handwriting, her eyes filled instantly. "Oh God, I never thought I'd see her name again." Ethan nodded. "She said you saved her once. She wanted me to thank you, and to make sure you're okay." Clara laughed softly through her tears. "She was the one who saved me. She came back years later, healthy and smiling, and told me she was getting married. I never knew. She married you." For a moment, silence hung between them, heavy but gentle. Then Ethan pulled another envelope from his coat and handed it to her. Inside was a check with more zeros than Clara had ever seen. She gasped, shaking her head. No, I can't take this," Ethan interrupted softly. "You already did, when you helped the woman I loved more than life." A tear slipped down her cheek as her daughter ran up and tugged at her hand. "Mommy, who's that man?" Ethan smiled faintly, kneeling to her level. "Just someone your mommy helped a long time ago." The little girl tilted her head. "Then you're a friend." Ethan chuckled, voice breaking. "Yes, I think I am." As he left the daycare, the sound of their laughter followed him. Light, healing, alive. And for the first time in 3 years, Ethan didn't feel like he was walking away from the past. He felt like he was walking toward something new.